Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the Alinea Partners webinar on our Azure Sales Acceleration Program. Thank you for your time today, and I'm quite excited about talking to you regarding the recent cooperation agreement that Alinea Partners has signed with the Cloud Lab in order to support Microsoft partners and Microsoft customers in Azure migration using the Alinea Partners research in the market and our business outcome-based sales approach combined with the Cloud Lab viability study for Azure. Let me tell you a little bit about Alinea Partners. First of all, we are a IT company that consistently assesses and helps the transformation processes of channel partners globally. We have conducted some research over the last year and a half with about 450 different Microsoft partners, and we touch about 100 Microsoft partners every year and work with them extensively. And what we bring to the market is a unique multi-dimensional view of the channel, and in this case of an Azure sale. So through our programs, we are able to access data on end users, customers, prospects, and how they experience an Azure sale. We do this through our Sales Experience Assessment Program, where we actually go through a buying process or an attempted buying process and onboarding process to understand what it is like to purchase Azure from Microsoft partners. We also do Azure Learning Days, and these are focus group driven discussions about where resellers are having success and where they're challenged in selling Azure. And we also use this as an opportunity to get input on tools, programs, and value that distributors are bringing to the reseller community, and identifying specifically where that value is high and where that value it could be higher or could be improved. We also spend quite a bit of time working with distributors on Azure acceleration programs, doing training on business outcomes and also playbooks. So we have the distributor view of the Azure sale. And since we've worked with Microsoft since I started the company in 2005, we have 15 years of experience in working with Microsoft, and we know their approach to the Azure business. So through these programs and the research we've done, we've found that the majority of partners that we're working with are looking for support in selling Azure. 53% of the companies that we've spoken with are saying that they really need support in selling Azure. 66% of them are stating that they would like to have viability tools, something that goes beyond total cost of ownership and actually helps to support the putting together the business case. And what we're proposing is to actually turn that discussion around. To start with an outline and a discussion around the business impact. And to have that discussion not with the IT department, but with the leadership team or the CEO. Therefore, driving a strategic decision to move and to change the processes and the technologies within the organization in order to achieve a business goal. And to use the viability study in that discussion to show the difference between current state and desired state. After that business decision is made, The second step can be to actually start outlining and planning the technical and the processes around that in order to make that implementation and migration take place. This will enable a sales process that is driven by business rationale first and the technical aspects second. It will also, coincidentally, lower resource spend for architects and pre-sales employees, and it will take the decision to the CEO for that strategic decision. Also, using the viability study, what we found is that many companies in going through this process not only understand the costs, benefit of moving to Azure, but there's an added, fuller financial discussion around how to save up to 30% optimization costs. So additional costs, additional profit, and or margin. So a lot of money is being left on the table, so to speak, that is not being identified, that can be saved within an organization. And that is another true value that the viability study brings to the discussion. Now, there are a number of different scenarios or use cases where we see the viability study playing a role. The first is with a Microsoft distributor or traditional LSP or indirect provider. And there are three different scenarios for that. One is for their hosting or service provider migrations. The second is for their resellers to use with their customer projects. And the third would be addressing any direct customers that indirect partner might have. The second group is MSPs or CSPs, tier 1, ISVs or system integrators, where they would use the viability study for their prospects and customers. They would use it in their own sales process. The viability study is branded for your company or your partners' companies as you like, and we can support that. And in each of these scenarios, there is a program to run training for partner managers or for sales reps, as well as supporting getting set up and understanding how to use the tool, and also understanding how to sell on business impacts versus on technology. And this can be done in a direct sales approach or a train the trainer style sales approach. And all of the details are outlined in the presentation that we will send out to you after. Just a few more minutes on some surround programs that Alinea Partners also offers within their Azure Acceleration Program. First and foremost, profiling. If you need help understanding how to profile your partners, or your partners need help doing this with their customers or prospects, we have a profiling tool. We have a methodology that goes beyond technical and looks at business and specifically sales and marketing profile elements. And we can, excuse me, either share this with you directly or also train you on it and help with the analysis. The second area that we also get very much involved in is the working with companies that are also, in addition to some migrations, also have some customers that are potentially going to move to Azure but are not quite ready yet. And what we do is work on the profiling combined with solution mapping. So we're looking for what sort of cross and upsell motions can we put into place to move those customers slowly into Azure workloads in order to get them more comfortable working with aspects of Azure, and then eventually to migrate fully, and also to get your sales organizations comfortable with starting to have some of those conversations and sales motions that lead into upselling Azure. We also create playbooks and train on playbooks. The playbooks are on business themes such as security, desktop workspaces, modernization, versus buy Azure or how to sell Azure. So they're quite comprehensive, and they start with the business landscape, go through to solution mapping, ideal customer, sales motions, and we give recommendations on some go-to-market based on best practice. We also do Azure Learning Days. I said in the beginning, these are more focus group oriented activities where you may want to understand from your channel base if you are a distributor, or you may want to participate if you are a reseller in being able to give voice to where there are challenges and where there are successes in working with Microsoft distributors in selling Azure. And then the final program that we're probably best known for is our Secret Shopper, or our Sales Experience Assessment. And this is where we actually go through a buying process directly with you or with your channel partners. And we look to purchase Azure. So it's as a net new prospect, not an existing customer, so we don't know you. And we actually go through 160 different point process of the buying journey. So everything from search, social, and website, construct of the offer, overview of key messaging, value propositions, leading into all touch points with the sales team, chat, email, web forms, telephone, proposal, development, and delivery, and then what that onboarding process looks like, how to get started, and how customers support or service reacts. We have done over 390 of these sales journey assessments or sales experience assessments for Microsoft partners globally, and we do them in local language. So thank you very much for your time. We are very happy to schedule follow-up calls to answer any additional questions or any questions, schedule appointments to talk about the feasibility study and or our other programs. And you can reach us at azure.migration@alinea-partners.com. And we will also send out a presentation deck with this recording. Thank you very much and have a fantastic day and rest of the week.